KTN News, and of course to my guests here, because, well, maybe let me just quote Lord Dalamia. He says, "Tweet overload. KTN went to a commercial break. Kueni wa pole Joe." Sorry guys, this doesn't happen very often. And anyway, where were we? Martin, you were explaining.
We're talking about different categories, and what we've done over the years is every time we introduce categories, we always do a lot of research before we introduce new categories. We look at the market and we look at the different patterns that we see and how different people use social media. For the last few years, we've always introduced new categories, and sometimes we've also done away with some of the categories.
What are the new ones this year?
We have an agriculture category.
What does it mean? Agriculture what?
It's actually the best use of social media for agriculture.
Peter?
Yes.
That's good. That's good. That's good. And did you get many nominations for that?
We've got so many nominations, which is very interesting, and we'll be working with OLX to actually go to Mashinani and work with
farmers,
rather train farmers on how to use social media, because we realize that people need awareness and to understand how powerful social media is and how they can actually sell their products through social media.
The other thing is sports.
Yes.
Which we don't promote enough. Let's face it.
Very interesting. Sports is a new category. And if you look at the world champions, in Kenya, they've not adopted social media as a means of communication. Look globally, different world champions, have been able to even get more than 1 million, 5 million followers and fans on social media, and they're able to monetize, they're able to endorse brands and also communicate effectively with their fans and followers. In Kenya, most of the world champions are still struggling with social media, and I think it's important that we understand that as a world champion, you need to have fans, not just in Kenya but globally.
And let's face it, guys, I think it's our fault at the end of the day. If Usain Bolt can tweet something and it goes to 10 million people, and we're all following him, let's not lie, we're all following Usain Bolt, but we won't follow Ezekiel Kemboy or David Rudisha or Julius Yego or all our Olympic athletes. How come, Extian? Whose fault is that?
I think it's the fault of the person who's not being followed. At the end of the day, a lot of people come to me and ask me, Extian, how do you get your followers? Why are your numbers growing? Why do people follow you? At the end of the day, people will follow you depending on the type of content that you put out. Yeah, before I knew Jeff, Jeff, he was struggling with followers and okay, I'm just joking. Yeah, but basically, if our athletes, you see if you go to Bolt's page on Twitter or on Facebook or wherever, you'll follow, there's a story, there's something interesting he puts out. But if you try to follow our athletes, it's a bit of a challenge, bro. There's nothing interesting to see. People follow me because I'm always updated in what's trending, what's hot, who's doing what, the latest news, breaking news and all this stuff. I update people, and that's what people follow me. You get. So if our Kimboy, our Rudisha, our Yego post something that we want, and I think that's why Soma Connect is there, to teach people on how to the best use of social media.
What is Soma Connect?
Soma Connect is an outreach program that reaches out to the community and facilitates different training on how to use social media. And there's an opportunity to train our sportsmen and women, because if you look at what just Extendela said, is social media is not just about updating. It's an investment. You have to be committed, you have to generate new content every day, and sometimes you even have to get a team to do it for you. We know they are busy, they do a lot of training, they spend a lot of time practicing and training, so it is important that they also put together a team, and that is what Soma Connect is going to do. We'll organize different training, especially for athletes, to show them and make them understand the power they have and how they can actually even monetize their influence online.
But let's face it, Modoni, a lot of people are extremely fearful of Twitter, of Facebook, of getting on. I mean, sometimes they have to have their arms twisted just to get a handle. And once they get it, they do their first tweet or their first like, and then they disappear. People are afraid of this thing. It's like a monster, right?
It is, and I think it's a valid fear to have, but we were having a discussion before the show started, and Peter was talking to me about the coolest farmers, right?
Yes.
And these are people who are selling potatoes online, making a lot of money, have completely reinvented the model around distributing and selling potatoes. And the difference between them and the farmers that are struggling with selling their produce is just being online. So I think when you're weighing out the pros and the cons of not being online are much greater than the cons of being there. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, then I think it makes it easier for you to make that decision to
I beg to disagree.
You disagree? Go on.
I beg to disagree. I think that the pros outweigh the cons on my behalf. Because Jeff, where I'm seated right now, I own a company that's purely social and digital media marketing. You get. For me, I cannot stay out of social media. I spend something like 20 hours every day on social media.
You're kidding me.
I kid you not.
How many hours do you sleep?
4 hours.
You're kidding
Jeff,
me.
And
you're only at 763,000?
Let me tell you something. One of the hardest things ever, one of the hardest jobs ever is social media. Having followers is one thing. Having influence is another. Maintaining the followers and the influence is another thing. This is my 9th year on social media, Jeff.
You sleep 4 hours a night?
Yes. I have to research, I have to be better. For me to actually come out and say I'm the best in Africa, it's not an easy job, Jeff. As I was telling you before the break, I was telling you there's a Russian company that actually contacted me 2 weeks ago.
Out of the blue?
Out of the blue.
Out of nowhere?
Yeah, out of the blue. They said, we've seen you, we've followed you, and we're just doing a Google search, and we saw that you're the most influential African on Twitter, on the internet. So what we want for you to do, the company is called Sukhoi Civil Aviation. So they make jets for presidents, for VIPs, they make jets. So there's this Africa Aerospace exhibition in South Africa. They said, we don't have any contact in Africa. We don't have anyone we know, but we searched the internet, we saw you, and we want you to come. I said, are you serious? The next email that followed is my flights, my 5-star hotel, my personal chauffeur.
And what do they want you to do in South Africa?
They just want me to go next week on the 13th to the 14th to the 18th and just tweet about it and let Africans just know about this jet, this business.
Peter,
let me just talk a little bit about what I think is happening. What you see and what Exton has just said is that social media is becoming a science. And that science is not different from the traditional training of journalism, of media. It's a different type of media. And eyeballs have shifted so much that when we were sitting here, people were asking, who watches TV now?
Yeah.
Right? And that shift is so real that the science that is developing with people like Exton is going to become very, very influential. And so therefore these media pipes that used to be there are being replaced by social media because of the nature of the internet. Those outlets that we used to think of are being replaced by social media. And so therefore individuals who are very, very good at it are going to become the Jeffs.
They're going to be kings. They're going to be...
social media is the next frontier.
And the TV will be here.
Yeah.
On your phone. Brian, is this the future? Everything will be at the tip of your phone or whatever you call it?
Yeah, definitely. You see, as everyone is saying here, obviously digital is a way to go. I also want to say that it has to be complemented as well. Radio, TV are still highly influential, but complementing with digital, that's the way now. Yeah.
Let me just add something.
Go on.
To Brian. I think Brian doesn't even know. The company that's actually doing Brian's social media and digital, and part of it, Crescent.
That's you?
Yeah, that's me. The one that brought Maya, that was doing digital for Maya.
Yes.
That thing was packed. 90% of the marketing was done purely digital. We just had 10% on the bench, and then guys came. But yeah, it is purely digital, and you can see the power of social media. The Plot 2.0 was the best concert in Kenya this year.
Is that right?
It was fully. Ask him.
Was it off the chain?
Oh,
Biggest concert this year.
biggest concert this year.
The one with Maya?
Yes.
And those guys?
Purely digital. And I have to credit these guys again. Willis Raburu, Gideon Zuki, John Gitao. You guys are just amazing.
You mentioned Willis twice on this show in the same night.
He's an amazing guy.
Have any politicians approached you, actually? Because this is like it's a no-brainer.
I can neither confirm nor deny. But what I can say at the moment, I'm one of the most sought after social media strategists and trainers in the country. I have worked with a lot of people, and I am working with a lot of people. If you want me to work with you, definitely. I can't. It's at the end of the day, it's business, Jeff.
Yeah.
And I have a huge team.
And other people can capitalize on this. Other people can.
A lot of you know. Currently, no. I'm one person who believes I was raised to raise others. I always live by that mantra. I subscribe to a school of thought by one guy called Zig Ziglar. He says, you can get anything you want in life as long as you help enough others get what they want. So each and every day, I'm helping other people grow on social media. I hate it when a young guy tweets me and says, XTNDella, I'm jobless. And the whole day they've been tweeting and doing what?
Yeah. I'm
like, bro, I'm making my living from Twitter. I had a job last time I sat on the bench. I told you it was paying a 6-figure salary. I quit after 4 months because of social media. Social media can make you a lot of money. Companies like Safaricom here, PRC, are spending a lot of money. My goodness, on digital
and OLX.
And I don't even want to mention the figures here,
really?
But there's a lot of opportunity.
Yes.
There's a lot of XTNDellers that can be. It's not only me who can eat all the cash. And if you're out there, you want me to help you, train you, guide you, show you how to package yourself, brand yourself. I'm there. My number, my email address is there. I live by the principle of a teacher. You know, one thing about a teacher, Jeff, is that you'll never be more clever than a teacher. It is so sad that the human nature is, I'm like, I'm XTNDella, I'll have all the numbers, the followers, let me stay up there. I won't train other people. It's so sad. What will happen is that utakuwa XTNDella, but you'll just stay there.
Yeah.
You won't grow.
Yeah,
if you train people, if you teach people, each and every day you will grow and become bigger and better.
And this from someone who started at Soma.
Yeah.
You started at Soma
2014, Soma Awards.
So, Martin, this is a game changer. This can change people's lives.
It is a game changer for different people, and especially people who get nominated. It gives you an opportunity, especially for a nominee, to talk to your fans, and it's also an opportunity for most of the nominees to validate their influence. If you look at the entire process for nominating, shortlisting, and getting votes, it's rigorous. It's a process that requires you to every day call upon your fans and followers to nominate and vote for you. It's, you know, every time I see a Soma winner, I see a validation of influence. I see a better red card. I see someone who has the potential of influencing other people positively to make a living and to change their lives. You know, I look at XTNDella and other influential people, and on top of my mind, I look at them as media houses. You know, the kind of influence they command. You know, when they tweet or Facebook or, you know, just share their updates on social media, other people will pick them up. Other people will pick that update.
Yeah.
You know, if XTNDella talks about a brand, you know, the equity of that brand changes. Definitely, because of the influence that he has.
The other thing I noticed is companies like KPLC, which had nothing to do with what happened earlier on, had nothing to do.
Nothing.
Despite the vitriol on social media, they keep coming back, they keep engaging people, and that's why they keep getting nominated, right?
Yes, because if you look at what they do, there's an investment behind what they do. Definitely from the kind of work or rather what they do on social media, it shows clearly that there's a team behind the effort. There's a team that generates content, there's a customer care team, and there's a lot that happens to make sure that their pages and their different social media accounts are vibrant and have fresh content every day.
Modoni Mangi, with Safaricom, when the vitriol comes your way, do you guys have a team set up to counter, to do, you know, to do damage control and all that stuff? Because nobody is immune to this, huh?
Right.
Nobody's immune.
I think so. Vitriol is a harsh word. You know?
Haters.
sometimes customers have legitimate frustrations
Yes.
and concerns, right? So we have a team that is
Peter,
definitely
give her your mic, please. Yeah, go on, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's good.
Vitriol is a bit of a harsh word because we have customers that have genuine frustrations and concerns. And so, yes, we do have a 24-hour team dedicated to sort that out. We were one of the first brands regionally in 2010 to actually set up social media for social care. And this has worked tremendously well for us. We've always been nominated in the Soma Awards. We've won the Soma Awards.
Are you up for something?
Of course. Of course. And this is a testament to the faith that our customers have in us as far as our service is concerned online. Yeah.
Peter, with OLX, do you get haters?
Let's not talk about haters. Let's talk about customers or users who have concerns. Yes, all the time. And I think social media is the best channel to address customer issues. It's the most engaging and also most accountable to any organization because it's out there. Whatever you say, people can see, and they are going to judge you by the results.
Yeah.
And so it's very accountable. And I think for us, we invest quite a lot on it, as Exchen is saying. We have a team, a full-time team that actually looks after all what people are saying and responds. A customer support team that actually responds to people's concerns, and a digital marketing team that tries to also become make OLX an influencer in the social media space.
So, moving forward, what else are you going to allow to be put online for sale? What else? I mean, what's the limit?
The other day we just introduced the construction category. And guys on Mujengo selling sand and soil. It's been amazing.
Are you serious?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's a marketplace, and a virtual marketplace just means that people can sell things in a much more efficient way. And if you think about how people discover that somebody has soil somewhere that they are selling, it's so inefficient. But if you just come online,
you can buy a pickup full of soil.
Pickup full of soil. If you go to, if you actually post it on OLX, you can also share it on social media, which makes it also amazing.
And Brian, you guys are selling land across the continent. I was saying earlier on, from Mogadishu to Madagascar. Huh?
Yes. So we basically have an e-platform where if you're anywhere around the world, you can log into our website www.psc.co.ke, and then you can choose what property you want and buy. Yes.
Right there.
Right there.
All legit.
All legit.
Title deed.
All there. We'll send it to you, DHL that to you.
Come on.
Yes, especially it's very popular in the US and Canada.
Diaspora.
Yes, because you know we've had the stories where when they want to invest in Kenya,
yes,
they give out money and
and it disappears with a family member.
So what they do is just they log in, choose whatever property they want, and they're able to get it. Yes.
And most of them are buying in Rwaka.
Rwaka is one of them.
By the way, Minor just tweeted. He says he is back on Tuesday, on Tubonge Tuesday. He says thank you for all the prayers from all the fans and everybody. And yeah, he's coming back. Go on, Minor.
Him yesterday, he's looking good.
He is, huh?
Yes. Hope he gets back next week.
Well, maybe we can convince him to come on the bench and explain what kind of spider was that.
Yeah. Took him out for a month.
Tarantula. All right, Martin, what can we expect on Friday the 23rd at Safari Park?
This will be one of the biggest events that we've ever had. We've invited different people, and even different corporates are buying tickets to be part of the event. The expectations are very high. We expect to get what we call the social media community will come together, and we'll be talking about how social media has transformed lives and different people that have had real impact from social media. The dress code is 007. The host is Tuxedo. Get your tuxedo, get your best dress, and get a ticket from soma.or.ke. Yes, and at the same night, we'll be announcing the winners.
All 25 categories.
All the 25 categories.
In the very beginning, you gave out money
Yes.
The first year.
Yes.
And then after that, you
Jeff.
decided it wasn't a good idea, or au mulisota?
Not really. What happened is we realized one thing, that the process of getting a Soma winner is a rigorous process. A token of appreciation is not good enough. What is good enough is an opportunity for us to build a platform and an award that benefits the winners. The fact that you get a Soma trophy is good enough as a winner. You become an authority in your sector and in any social media network that you've been nominated and you've won. You also get validation. And one of the things that we always insist is understand that as a winner, your influence has grown. You have an opportunity to monetize that influence. You have an opportunity to make sure that your rate card is aligned. You know, like Extiandela, I can tell you, the first time he won a Soma, he put together his agency, he put together his rate card, and he started engaging different brands.
Yeah.
And brands realize that because you have a lot of influence, then they're willing to pay you. And after realizing that, our investment has been towards making sure that all nominees and all the winners are recognized in the society and have an opportunity to transform their lives and the lives of other people through their award.
10 years from now, Peter, will we be still having OLX Soma Awards?
As long as OLX is around, I think we don't see the end to this, because people can already see the results. And I think Martin is being a little bit humble about what to expect on that day.
Yes.
I think it's going to be the most exciting event for all the digital natives out there. And I know Kenyans love being with the digital community. And so I think that we are in a generation of digital natives who like to always know what's happening. They are wired all the time. So I think it's the most exciting event to mingle with people like Extian, people who are playing the game in a very, very big way.
Absolutely.
So, I would say that Martin is being a bit humble about it. And we expect quite the big wigs of this country.
Yeah, well done. Extian, you get the last word on the show. Go on. Moving forward.
Moving forward. One thing, where my camera. Okay, that's it. What I want to tell social media users in Kenya. Kenya is our country. This is our country. It will be so sad if we use social media to bring down our country. In 2007, Kenyans on Twitter were not as strong as they are right now. And right now, as we're approaching the electioneering period, it's sad when you get on social media, you see this political party hating against this political party. And if you go through the tweets, I see these are people I tweet each and every day. These are people who have never bothered to know which ethnic segmentation they come from. It pains and it hurts me. So social media users, I pray, I beg, I plead, please let's not take our country to the gutter with social media. Spread love, spread peace, spread joy. We will be judged by that. And another thing, I want to challenge each and every influencer out there who has influence, who people follow, who people listen to each and every day. Please, whatever you put up, Kenyans are watching, people are reading. Not only Kenya, the world is reading. Please make sure you put up something good. You're impacting generations. And another thing, remember, always remember, the higher you go, the higher you grow in your business, in each and everything that you do, the lower you should go on your knees and thank God. Without God, you are nothing. Without God, I am nothing.
I think I just lost my 100,000 shillings. I think you're going to get to 1 million before me, my brother. But it's all good. It's all good. By the way, there's a guy called Musioka Mato. He says, I might be the next Extiandela from Ukambani. Cynthia Nyongesa says, yes, why are people so afraid of the internet? I've been on social media for 1 year and 3 months. Long way to go, but the future is bright.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Keep tweeting at Extiandela, at Koinange Jeff, at Soma Awards. At Soma Awards. And the hashtag is OLX Soma 2016. It's been an incredible show with incredible people. The future of Kenya is right here. And those of you who have not had a chance to get on the internet for one reason or another, it is time. This thing is going to overtake us like you'd never believe it, and it's going at a phenomenal rate. Like everybody here mentioned, you either get on board or get out of the way. That's the bottom line. Thanks so much for joining us next week. As I mentioned yesterday, programming note, KTN has won the rights to the European Champions League. So on Wednesdays, every Wednesday until May, JKL will not be on KTN Home, will be on KTN News. And then on Thursday, Inspiration will be on both networks, KTN Home and KTN News. Keep watching, keep tweeting, keep doing what you do. Thanks so much for watching. Good night. Good luck. Go on.
God, no. Follow me on Instagram at XTNDella. On Twitter. Get me to 1 million, guys. Instagram, XTNDella. Twitter, XTNDella.
Yo, bro, let's go, man. Let's go.
I have a TV station. I have a TV channel.
Nobody cares. Goodbye.
XTNDella TV on YouTube.